Dickey's Barbecue Pit is a family business that can't stop winning. In 2012, QSR added the restaurant to its esteemed list of best franchise deals. And that same year, Technomic called it the fastest-growing restaurant chain in the country. However, Dickey's Barbecue Pit didn't always grow fast. They had humble and steady beginnings, and here you'll learn all about them. It's a Texas thing. It is not a secret that Texans love barbecue. To them, it's much more than a food, it's a way of life. Travis Dickey, a World War I veteran and the founder of Dickey's Barbecue Pit, had a special love for slow-smoked barbecue. Along the line, Travis wanted to share what he loved with the people around Dallas. So Travis Dickey decided to open up a barbecue restaurant. But there was a problem. Travis didn't have enough money. The founder couldn't buy a building for his business, and he went on a search that ended in Central Expressway and Knox Street, Dallas, Texas, in 1941. Travis found a closed-down nightclub, and he decided to lease it. He had a place for his restaurant, and he installed his barbecue pit there. But he wasn't out of the clear yet, as he couldn't afford furniture. According to Travis's son Roland Sr., they didn't even have any plates. Still encouraged, the man found little chairs, or school chairs as his son Mr. Dickey described them. Without the needed funds, Travis erected a sign for his business, which he rented out to make up for the costs of setting up the business. However, this didn't immediately impact the restaurant, as it started with a small menu. The menu included beef brisket, barbecue beans, potato chips, pit hams, bottled milk, beer, and sodas. Despite the many menu expansions over the years, Texans still have a soft spot for the brisket, and it makes up for 50% of what they sell in Texas. It's a family affair. Travis ran a family business. When he first opened, his family was his staff, although initially it was Miss Ollie Dickey that assisted him. While the founder worked the pit, smoking his meat on site, Ollie served the customer sandwiches. Franchising wasn't even on Travis's mind at the time. He focused on that one store that he had. Travis could be traditional, and it was a trait that his children inherited. Despite technology, his children maintained Travis's barbecue style of using a hickory wood barbecue pit and kept his recipes. And if you like to learn about the history of your favorite eateries, be sure to subscribe for more content like this. Loss of the Patriarch. Before 1967, Travis had added new food items to the menu. Dickey's Barbecue Pit now had sausages, French fries, and beef and ham sausage sandwiches, giving customers more options. In 1967, Travis died. At the point of his death, money was still a problem. They only had a location, with Travis not keen on expanding, but just working before his barbecue pit at his restaurant. However, Travis still had enough foresight to make his funeral rites easier for his family. He had taken out a $5,000 life insurance on himself, and the family spent $3,500 to take care of his funeral. However, one thing was clear. The family needed to make more money or would continue to struggle. Life after death. After Travis's death, his sons Roland Sr. and T.D. Dickey took over the business. The brothers included more items on the menu, increasing the number of slow-smoked meats and the sides accompanying them. Roland knew if they were going to make the most of their business, they needed to expand. Roland and T.D. already had an idea of how they would achieve this. They opened another store in Richardson, but weren't off to a bright start. The new store wasn't bringing in any business. However, they preserved it, and luckily, an idea came to Roland. Roland had a milk truck business, and when the milk truck broke down, he had an idea for a catering business. They began in 1969 and started to cater to politicians and celebrities, providing them with Dickey's Barbecue on demand. The company would continue the catering business, and it makes up for 10% of the brand's revenue. Also, by 1969, the company had become a chain of restaurants, with the family owning 9 stores. However, the family wouldn't franchise the business, preferring their slow growth method. But they eventually shifted position in 1994. Let's franchise. In 1994, Roland Sr. began to sell franchises. At that point, against all odds and speculation that the business could not expand, Dickey's Barbecue Pit had grown to have a great influence in Texas. By 1994, they were looking to expand outside of it, and the family believed franchising would be the best way to achieve their aim. Roland Sr. started to franchise around Dallas first in what he called passive franchising. Then later, he branched out of Texas to take on America as a national brand. The franchising worked as they had a steady stream of buyers ready to become part of the family. The company also improved their menu, adding pork, which became popular in other locations other than Texas. The new gen. However, their progress during this period pales compared to when Roland Dickey Jr. became the company's CEO in 2011. Roland Jr. joined the company in 1999 and became president in 2006. Roland got married to Laura Rhea. Initially, he led the company while his wife was the chief information officer. Later, Roland created Dickey's Capital Group, which became the parent company of the barbecue business. He leads as the CEO, and his wife got promoted to head the barbecue company in 2017. Through Laura's efforts, the company evolved as Laura introduced the use of big data and other technology development. She helped the company introduce online ordering and delivery to their operations. With the company's technology investment, they advertised their franchise offers online, allowing them to reach more people and expand faster. Also, through their big data, they understood areas their competition didn't focus on, and they moved to capture those areas. The company began to sell meal replacements for women who wanted them. The brand also began to leverage on their family image more by making Sunday meals free for children. In addition, the brand made ice cream free for both adults and children on Sundays. The couple's efforts led to the expansion burst that took Dickey's Barbecue Pit from 90 stores to over 500. But the journey to achieving this wasn't smooth. The company suffered a great crisis. The small setback. Their expansion hit a setback in 2008 during the economic crisis. The company went from selling franchises every month to not selling at all. The company could have taken the risk, but they chose not to because they projected that most of the new stores they could have opened would eventually close down due to lack of money. Things got worse. The brand couldn't open new franchises for months, and in-store sales changed. Customers went from ordering food platters to sandwiches, but the company managed to hang on for dear life despite this. It helped the company that their steady stream of customers didn't reduce. Roland had to do something to save the business from ruin. The brand began looking at ways to cut startup costs for new franchise owners and stores. From $450,000, the brand reduced the startup cost for new restaurants to $175,000. The corporation achieved this by allowing new restaurants to purchase second-hand equipment. Also, they reduced the space requirements for new restaurants. In addition, they chose the remodeling option rather than building new stores from scratch. Remodeling was cheaper as the business could quickly get permits for them. Dickey's Barbecue Pit began to hunt for spaces that other restaurants had stopped using and converted them into new restaurants. Revival. After their cost-cutting measures, things began to steady for business in 2009 and improved significantly in 2010. The company started to sell new franchises rapidly, sometimes reaching 6 in a month. Some of their existing franchise owners, or as the brand calls them, owner-operators, bought additional franchises to the one they had. The business was again looking good, but the ceiling for Dickey's Barbecue Pit remained high. In 2018, they went international. International Barbecue Kings. The company entered into a franchising deal with Serenity Hospitality, an Abu Dhabi-based business, in 2018. With the deal, the company went international and opened its first international store in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates, at the Yas Mall. To ensure that the people of Abu Dhabi connect with the brand, Dickey's Barbecue Pit and Serenity Hospitality combined to create a customized menu for Abu Dhabi denizens. The outlet at the mall served smoked lamb and beef sausages. Dickey's was a hit, as within the first 2 months of operating in the mall, the restaurant had over 10,000 customers. With that success, Serenity Hospitality opened another store in Dubai in 2019 and plans to open more stores. In 2021, the barbecue restaurant opened another franchise in Singapore's Central Business District. The franchise operated as a ghost kitchen in Central Kitchen, a Singaporean contactless food business. That year, Dickey's Barbecue Pit branched out to Tokyo, Japan, when the corporation partnered with the Japan Barbecue Franchise Company. The restaurant, which offers delivery, takeout, and limited dining, operates in Kamiosaki District in Shinagawa-ku and has the ambition of having a store in all the major Japanese cities. In 2022, Canadians Muhammad Hussein and Sadia Khan bought the franchise to open their store in Edmonton, Alberta. Like in Abu Dhabi, this store also customized its menu for the locals. Dickey's Barbecue Pit has become a legend in the barbecue restaurant business in America. Its journey wasn't smooth, but still it didn't entertain the idea of selling to investors. Despite franchising very late, the store currently has over 500 restaurants, including international locations in Canada, United Arab Emirates, Singapore, and Japan. Their expansion strategy is sound, but looks too cautious. What do you think? Should they have started franchising early, or are they correct to leave it too late? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to support our channel.